What is up, guys? Mumble Reviews HD here, bringing you guys a Modern Combat 5, and today's topic is how to ace any test. I'm about to tell you 3 tips that will help you ace any test. Now, I'm not sure if these are like proven or so, or if these will help you out, but this is what I do to like get good grades and stuff. But before we get into this topic, shout out to Mindshackle because yesterday was his birthday. Happy birthday, Mindshackle. Told you I would make you a shout out. And then the second one is from Swiss for giving me inspiration to come up with this idea. And without further ado, why don't we get into today's topic? So, number 1, everybody has trouble with studying tests, like studying exams. You already know that you probably don't study for a test, but then you feel like you have the thug life when you get an A on a test that you don't study for. Honestly, that's all luck, because let's face it, there aren't going to be many tests where you ace that you don't study on, and I know for a fact. I mean, I had a really big problem with this in middle school, so I'm about to tell you guys how this works for me. Number 1, do your homework. I mean, I know as much as I can't stress that more enough, because when you do your homework, they're actually giving you homework for a reason. They give you homework. Study over your work, like study the topic. Like if you have math, and they give you homework on like algebra or something, that's helping you with the subject, that's helping you with the topic of algebra. Like let's say they give you a homework sheet on like writing equations, and then you have a test like 4 days after you get that homework. Well, that homework that they gave you, that's helping you study for the test. You can go back and look for that, and you can study with it. Number 2, you can work with a friend. I really highly recommend this, because when you're working with a friend, it seems to me that you can find everything that you study really more like memorable. And when I mean that, you remember it more since it was like in the type of environment and how you were studying. When you do it with a friend, you guys can sort of like throw some fun in it. You guys can just like find whatever studying method meets your needs. And you know it really helps me a lot with that. Like say if you have a study guide or something, like call a friend over to your house, or if you guys have time in like class to study, just find a partner and you guys can do that. And number 3, don't procrastinate. Like don't hold off studying until the last minute. And when I mean that, don't wait 1 day before the test, because I'm gonna say this, you only remember 30% of what you know on the first day. So if you're taking notes, you're not gonna remember that. Don't be cocky and say, I know I have decent grades, I'll remember this. No, you won't. You'll remember it for like 1 day or so, but then when the test comes, you're gonna be fully blank. Like you won't even know what to do. So what I say is always study a little bit every day until the test, so you can like be prepared for it, so you already know what's gonna go on. And number 4, what do I have to say about number 4? Take your time. Find a great time when you can study and ace tests. And honestly, when you find a good time, like I wouldn't really say, a bunch of people say that, oh, you need to study alone and stuff. Nah, I don't do that. What you need to do is all you need to do is just find somewhere comfortable to study, because you can study with the TV on. Background noise helps you study more. By all means, do it. And then let's talk about the testing parts. I've told you all about studying, but let's talk about the testing part. When you're testing, always have a number 2 pencil. Obviously, always have a spare one if one runs out of lead, if you have a mechanical pencil, or if one breaks. And to take tests, always use the process of elimination. Always find answers that aren't wrong. Always find answers that seem right to you, because those are usually the right answers. Now, if you're just gonna pick wrong answers, then I mean, if you pick an answer that seems right to you and you get it wrong, don't sue me or anything. I'm just telling you, just go with your gut. And if there isn't a question that if there's a question you don't know, then just skip that one. And if you just come back to it, I bet you'll do good. But that is it for me today. I hope you guys like this advice. I should do more videos on this. Tell me in the comments. And that's about it for me today. And until we meet again, see ya.